好，今天节目当中呢，我们特别为大家邀请到是这个家桥驛舍行政总监曾丽娟曾总监呢 Corinne 来到我们节目当中，再一次欢迎她。Hi Corinne.
Hi.
Hey, thank you for joining us again. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to be here.
Yeah, let's talk about the data Family Bridge has been involved with over the past 4 years.
Okay. We do keep numbers about all the activities that our ambassadors, now called mediators, did during their work in Chinatown on the streets. Just in 1 year, for the last, from January 23 to January 24, there were 15,000, and I would say interactions, or what we call touches with people. That meant they saw somebody asked them a question, or they talked to somebody, helped them with directions or any kind of guidance or navigation within Chinatown. So we call those touches. 15,000. There were 5,000 episodes of check-ins with merchants. Then there was 6,150 outreach to houseless. That meant kind of like touches, but they were approaching the houseless person, asking them, what's your name? How are you doing? May we offer you some food or water? And then they would sort of engage and start some relationship building so that at some point, when the houseless person was ready, they could help give them services and either find housing for them, move them to our community cabins, or find some other situation for them. Then, as I told you before, Jaron, there was lots of cleanup of the area, lots of garbage, waste management, and graffiti. So the numbers that I have for that are 160,000 pounds of trash and garbage were removed, packed up. So in addition, they did a lot of excellent graffiti work, removal. All of this is a strategy to make the environment feel safer, the environment feel nicer, so people want to come, and then us doing de-escalation so people want to come and feel safe in Chinatown. And then there were about 80, this is in the course of a year, there were about 80 de-escalation incidences where our team would meet up with somebody who was having a hard time, making lots of noise or throwing things or having a mental illness, acute episode of some sort.
In general, from your opinion, what's the lesson we can learn from all these issues?
I think that's the lesson that we learned. If we can connect, if we can get to the part where we can connect and engage and make the person feel worthy of some help, then that's the lessons we learned. That's a strategy that the relationship building is really what we've learned over time. And that is what we have put into the foundation of the work that our mediators do and will be doing with the Crisis Project.
So you just told us you learned a lot of lessons from this, all these cases. So you must have a story to share with us, right?
I do. I have a lot of stories, but I'll give you another one with related to a person who identified as she, her, but apparently she looked like a he, him. But she wanted to be identified as a she, her, and she was having a very difficult time in the plaza in Chinatown and causing so much ruckus that the police were called, security was called, and then one of our guys was called. Sakone actually was one of the ones, that's his name, one of our mediators. And the other people who were called in were a little bit not respectful. They were sort of laughing that you're not a she or her, you're a him or he, and they refused to call her a her. So that only aggravated her more, and they were sort of laughing. And so Sakone instead had a very different approach, and his approach was, my name's Sakone, what's your name? And he referred to her as a she and not a he. And he said, I believe he said, you know, you look like you could use some water, or, you know, sit down with me and let's talk. And so you can see the two different strategies, but the heartwarming part of that was all Sakone had to do was to treat her who she was, accept her for who she was at that moment, so that she would open up and that she would be able to, tell him what's wrong and help her. So that was very clearly a lesson that is reinforced, that if you treat somebody with respect at first and treat them as a human being and not a thing or something that's causing a disturbance, you get a lot farther.
Yes, yeah, respect at first. Yeah, thank you for telling us this story.
You're
I
welcome.
believe our audience got a lot of information.
Good.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah. 好，非常谢谢各位观众朋友收看，我们下回节目再见。